What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a OnePlus 5 performance gaming test where I'm going to be playing a couple of these games to show you guys how each one of them performs. First we're going to get started with Super Mario Run, a very popular game on the Play Store. It's just basically you playing as Mario on a side scroller, going through adventures and stuff. Some of these initial first games that I'm going to be playing on the OnePlus 5 are going to run smooth and good on most new devices or last year's devices as well. That is due because they are optimized for not the newest processors, but they are optimized to get as many people playing them because they're more of like a small, not graphic intensive games. So of course Super Mario Run's gonna run good on most devices, and this is just me gonna show you guys a little bit of how I think they perform. In my personal opinion, the OnePlus 5 is the king right now in terms of specs and stuff. And as you guys can see, everything is smooth on the Super Mario Run. You're not going to experience any lag, any stutters. Everything is as it should be. As you guys can see, it is nice and smooth, responsive. I don't know what the jelly effect is on the OnePlus 5s, but I don't think I've seen that on mine. I think it's when the screen is scrolling too fast or something like that. But I don't think I've encountered that on my OnePlus 5 personally. So some of the specs of the OnePlus 5, in case you guys were wondering, it has a Snapdragon 835 processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and it also comes in 6 gigs of RAM, and a 3300 milliamp hour battery, and it is a 1080p AMOLED screen. And that is the main specs of the phone. The 8 gigs of RAM helps, but in my opinion, I think it's a little bit of overkill because last year's OnePlus 3T had 6, and that phone was already like super crazy fast. And I don't think anything more than 4 actually does any difference, but the OnePlus 5 is still an amazing phone for the price. A couple things that I don't really like about it is the camera, because they overhyped it, but that's for a different video. This performance video is going to be based on how I personally think the games perform. You guys all probably know that every single game I'm going to be playing is going to be like running at 60 FPS, but no, there's one game, Asphalt 8, that surprised me the most at the end, and I'll show you guys why. So that was the Super Mario Run. It runs perfect, no problems. You're not going to experience any lag. So how about I hop into the next game? Alright guys, this next game is a classic. It is Temple Run. It is not the second version, it's just the original version. I think this game's probably been out for, I don't know, like 6-7 years. I don't know, it's been a while. I remember playing this game in high school, and that was a really long time ago when I was a freshman. So that was like what, 7 years ago. Yeah, I don't know, it's been a long time. And I used to play that back then on an iPod Touch, 5th generation, and it would run smooth. So I mean, 7 years later, you have this beast of a phone with like 8 gigs of RAM. Of course it's going to be able to run it smooth and stuff. But I just wanted to show you guys, in case you guys were wondering, it is one of the more popular apps on the Play Store. So this is just a little video to show you guys how it performs. And as you guys can see, it is pretty smooth, and no stutter, no lag when you're going through corners, when you're tilting the device. Everything is a-okay. So the OnePlus 5 is just gonna decimate all these games, well, most of them, and you're just not gonna experience any lag or stutter. The next set of games that we're going to be testing are a little more graphic intensive. It is a game I used to play a while ago, but I don't know if it's the same people that make it. It is Dombey Gunship. It has changed a little bit since I remember playing it, because I don't remember having those types of graphics. But as you guys can see, it is like you are up in a sky, like in the AC-130, shooting down with like night vision. As you guys can see, this is just like a nice little intro scene that they got, and you're basically shooting down zombies from high above with a set of different weapons. You have like bullets, grenades, and you can drop missiles on them, I believe. So right now this is a intro cutscene like slash game. So you're trying to escort the guy into the cruise ship, and it has been overrun with zombies, and you're supposed to make sure that he makes it into the thing. I kind of messed up because I got one of them killed or something like that. I don't know. I'm not much of a gamer. I don't play that much games, but this was one of my most played games back in the day. But not this specific one. It was just like a different one where you would be defending a base. But they have really improved the game so far. So the graphics on this game look amazing. Like that water splashing from the sides of the boat looks really, really good. Like it is not causing the phone to get hot or anything. The phone still feels really cool to the touch, except the screen a little bit. It is like, well, not hot. It's just like lukewarm, but it's still very, very like playable. You're not gonna experience any discomfort when you're using the screen for gaming and stuff like that. But as you guys can see, you just really smooth gameplay. The OnePlus 5, in my opinion, would probably be one of the best phones right now to game on, other than the S8 Plus because of the bigger screen. But OnePlus 5 is probably my second highest pick, or then maybe the LG G6. But as you guys can see, you can shoot down on zombies. You control where you're shooting at them. You got to defend the guy in the base. Very simple stuff. The game runs smooth, and this is one of the more higher intensive graphic games, because as you guys can see, it is rendering a full ship, moving water, moving zombies, me shooting the gun, and the zombies blowing up and dying and bursting into parts and stuff like that. A really good game. If you guys download the game, you're not going to be disappointed. It's a fun game. Alright, so the next game that we're going to be playing is Real Racing 3. This is a really, really good car game, like a simulator. Not much of a simulator, but more like a car game. If you're more into like real racing, as the name would say, like track racing and stuff like that. Right now I'm doing the default first mission. As you guys can see, beautiful graphics on this game. Beautiful graphics. The OnePlus 5 has no trouble pushing out these graphics. I am no expert in racing games and stuff like that, but as you guys can see, I'm a number 1. I'm first place, so you know what's up. And you can see the glare from the sun. Like, look at that turn. The turn feels so smooth. Like, OnePlus 5 is a beast in gaming. Like, it's a great phone. Some of these graphics, I don't know if you can change them, but I think that they're at their highest settings, and the game looks fantastic. Like it's performing well. Like no, as you guys can see, the drop frames, there's no drop frames. There's no like, oh, little stutter where the car skips forward and it's like you don't even know what you're doing. But it is good here. The clouds, the track, everything is going really well. And that was just the first race. I didn't want to do much more than that because I'm not much a car guy. The next game that I'm going to be playing is Modern Combat 5, I believe. And this is probably the highest intensive game that I test out so far. Because over here you're actually controlling and shooting at guys and walking around and doing a lot more things. Like, look at the way the water looks when you get out of the little pool thing. You gotta take out these two bad guys right here. But I can't play games like this on my phone. I never could. I just felt like it's not comfortable. It's not fun. Like, you gotta move your character in a weird way to actually like get anywhere, and I just can't do it. But this is one of the most popular shooter games on the Play Store, so I was like, I'll try it out for you guys. And I just have no idea what I'm doing. The graphics looks good though. Look, I'm about to die out here. I'm just spraying and praying. There's nothing I can do. But overall, the game is performing well. Like, the fire doesn't look like it's fake on the side. Well, it's kind of fake, but it is a phone game. Like, I know graphics are getting better, but that is better than it was like 5 years ago. And if you guys would like to see any more of the OnePlus 5, just leave it down in the comments below. If you want to see specific games, I can probably check them out on the Play Store for you guys. Any other tests you guys would like, and just whatever you guys want to see on the OnePlus 5, because it is a real bang for your buck if you're considering buying a phone. And I have a couple other phones that I already did a OnePlus 5 versus S7 Edge, and then I already did a OnePlus 5 versus a Moto Z Play, but I think I could probably do a OnePlus 5 versus an LG G2 if you guys wanted to see that. And as you guys can see, I'm running down the little dock right now to get to the boat. Oh no, to cross the little stream or whatever the heck that thing's called. And now we're just running. I don't know what this game's about. I think you're trying to... someone betrayed you or something like that. But look at this. I'm just horrible at these types of games. Like, maybe if I had like a controller to play it, it would be a much more enjoyable experience. But I don't know, I'm not a fan of these types of games. But it does run well, so if you guys like this game, it's going to run amazing on your OnePlus 5. Right here, I'm just trying to shoot these bad guys so I can get into the boat mission. Alright, I'm getting into the boat. Oh, you were supposed to get into this one? Alright. Alright, so now this is... I kind of like this part. This was my favorite part of the little mission that they have, because you have to just unlimited ammo, and you can just spray. You have to shoot down the bad guys and try to shoot the helicopter at the same time. Oh, look at all these things the OnePlus 5 is having to render, with like people splashing into you, the smoke, the scenery, the dude shooting at you, the water splashing up on you, the smoke on your face, the helicopter in the air, the explosions. Like, look at that big explosion. Alright, right there, kind of, I felt like it dropped a frame or two, but maybe it was just my... No, I think it dropped a frame, yeah. And look at the explosion, but it's still good. You're not gonna be like, oh man, this phone sucks for gaming. This is a true flagship phone. Is it a flagship killer like they state? Nah, it's up there, but you are missing a couple key features on your OnePlus 5 that other phones already have. As you guys can see, I was able to take down the helicopter. Helicopter is going crazy, just crashes right there in front of me. Propellers, flying debris, it's just everywhere. So that does it for Modern Combat 5. Good graphic game, and it runs well on your OnePlus 5. Alright, and as for the final game that we'll be playing, it is Asphalt 8. And this game was the one where I felt like it performed the poorest in terms of the experience. And that was because while I was racing, I felt like the game would be like, I don't know if it's freezing or lag or whatever it is, but I felt like I wasn't getting a very, very smooth experience. I felt like I was struggling to, I don't know, you just check it out for you guys, for yourselves. As you guys can see, I have the normal basic car. Not much of a car racing game myself, but we're doing it on the first map, the classic map. I don't know if you guys can tell, but to me that looks like a little laggy. Not this part right now, but the intro was, I don't know. Here, I'll show you. Check it out. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it through the camera, but I think it wasn't doing at full FPS. That may have just been me, and it looks fine through the screen. Or I'm just going crazy, but I liked it on Real Racing better. Real Racing seemed a lot smoother, a lot more responsive, but it's still performing well nonetheless. Like, you're still playable game. But I think this was the game that it did the poorest on, in my opinion. Though you guys might have different experiences, because on my OnePlus 5, I feel since it's like a little company, that there's little things that they need to work out. work on. But that is it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see any more on the OnePlus 5, don't feel shy to say something in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys in the next one.